Hey, it's me, Tammy B, and this is my review for the haves and the have-nots. All right, you guys, so we are in episode 2, and it was so good. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Oh, I forgot to write the title down. You know, that's one of my favorite parts. So anyway, right where we left off. So last week, we know that Jeffrey and Candace killed Quincy or whatever, right? So the police all at the door. We like, oh no, why they there? The police knock on the door and he gonna say, the neighbor across the street said your guest can't park in front of her house. Y'all, it wasn't no other cars on that street all like that. She just one of them people who want to follow the housing association rules. So she called the police. But we come to find out, y'all, not only is this lady just I don't know what you want to call her. The police at the door is her son, y'all. So she's friends with the police chief, who's her son-in-law, with the police at the door. So she is just a troublemaker or whatever. So Candace was like, look, I just moved here. I didn't know. And the police was like, I know you just moved here and you don't know, but go ahead and move the car now. She was like, okay. So I'm thinking she gonna move it. He was like, oh no, I gotta stand right here and wait till you move it or else she wouldn't, she gonna keep calling it until you move it. I'm like, that is messed up. Like, couldn't she be like, all right, can I have 5 minutes? Like, I need to put some shoes on. I need to change. Like, I would have said something. I mean, I know she didn't want to be suspicious, so he could be like, can you come in? But come on now, 5 minutes? Like, she couldn't have called back in 5 minutes. Like, okay. And anyway, you know that's your mama. You know if she called back that, just give her some time. Like, look, I talked to the lady. She said 5 minutes. Has it been 5 minutes? Like, he could have did away with that. But whatever. My mama be making crazy requests. Sorry, mama. And you just got to listen. So I get it. So anyway, y'all. So she closed the door and go back in the house and gonna get the keys because it's Quincy's car or whatever. And I was just like, oh, man, they going to have DNA all over the car. Yada, 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 whatever. So Jeffrey freaking out. And she like, look, Jeffrey, we need to move the keys. How about you get the keys and I'll move the car? But I'm thinking she's saying that because so she won't get bloody. Like, get the keys off the bloody body, give it to me so I can move the car, right? So Jeffrey is all punking out like, no, I can't. I'm like, Jeffrey, he dead. He just died. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm that thug life, even though I think so in my head. But I could have got the keys to save myself from jail. Like, I wouldn't just be moving a dead body for fun. But if it's going to keep me out of jail for something I just did, I would get with the program. So whatever, Jeffrey like, I can't do it. So she like, all right, how about I get the keys and you move the body? He was like, all right, we can do that. So she started digging for the keys. And she dig for the keys, but then it's in his pocket that's kind of under him. I personally think she could have got the keys, but she couldn't move the body. So she was like, oh, help me move the body and get the keys out this pocket. So she ended bloody and he bloody too. I'm like, that would defeated the whole purpose of one of y'all getting the keys and one of y'all getting the driver to me, right? Because she going to grab the bloody keys and put it in Jeffrey's hand. I'm like, y'all not going to rinse the keys off? You just about to walk past the cop with bloody hands? I'm like, y'all crazy, but you know. Let's not make it seem like I'll be all smart after I just murdered somebody. So whatever, y'all. Jeffrey get to the car don't start, and then the car is a stick shift, y'all. And he start freaking out like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, Jeffrey don't know nothing about no stick shift. Oh, so let me tell y'all a quick story. I don't really have time, so I'm going to try to do it fast. Y'all, today is one of my favorite days ever. So anyway, yeah. I was gonna tell you my getaway story about a stick shift, y'all. So Jeffrey trying to get away, but he can't because he's a stick shift. And the funny thing is, the cop was parked in front of Candace's driveway. So where was Jeffrey supposed to park? Like, if he would have pulled in front of that other car that was in Candace's, technically that would have been in front of another house. So I'm like, y'all asking Jeffrey to move the car, but the police, you in the way. He could have pulled in a parking lot. But anyway, y'all, so Jeffrey couldn't get away from the police with his little stick shift. So I had a story like that too, y'all. So I was like, I want to say 18 or 19, y'all. I was living in the dorms and I had a little boo. And, wait. I should have planned this story. So let me try to get my life together. But anyway, y'all, so the boo came over and the boo was leaving and then the police stopped him. And so he called me like, oh my gosh, can you come out here? They trying to arrest me, or they trying to, I don't remember what the thing was. I don't know if he had a ticket. I don't know if he didn't have no license. Oh, I think he didn't have no license. And the police was like, I guess they was being nice to him because it was like real late and dark and nobody was there. And they were like, we would take you to jail, or we would take your car, but whatever, we just gonna let you go if you could get somebody to drive the car. So he called me back like, hey, can you come out here? Y'all, I was a mean boo. First of all, I was lazy and I was tired and I was asleep. So I'm answering the phone. He was like, the police got me. And I don't know what he's saying. So I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But because I thought he was trying to say the police got me and I'm gone, because if he was arrested, I didn't think he would be calling me. So I just didn't catch that he was trying to say come outside at first. I thought he was just calling me back to be like, dang, when I was leaving your house, the police stopped me. You know what I'm saying? So when he called me, I was like, oh yeah, that's messed up. All right, I'll talk to you later. He was like, no, wait, I need you to come outside. And I'm like, for what? Mind you, he panicking, you know, men in their cars, y'all, whatever. But he was like, come on. And I was like, I wasn't understanding the urgency. So anyway, he telling me like, oh, if you come outside, they gonna let me go. So I was like, oh, fine. So y'all go outside. Mind you, I had to walk far because it was like a block away or whatever. And so I had to walk. Mind you, it's late and cold. Did I mention I had to walk? So anyway, I get there and the police was like, oh, this your friend? I'm like, yeah. They was like, all right, well, you know, we're going to go ahead and let him go, but whatever, he ain't got no license, so, you know, can you take him home, or can you drive the car, or whatever? And they were like, are you equipped to drive this car? And I was just like, yeah. Like, I didn't know what they were saying. It was like, it's a stick shift. And I've never driven a stick shift. So I was like, yeah. And they was like, all right, y'all could go. So I jumped in the driver's seat, y'all. And he was like, you know how to drive? I was like, hell no. But I was like, let's roll. So I just turned it. And luckily, while that happened, luckily they pulled off. Because if they would have stayed behind us and waited till I pulled off, it would have been all bad. So they pulled off, but they only drove like a little bit to the left or whatever. So you could tell they was kind of still in the area. So I was sweating. Mind you, I just walked. So I was sweating, y'all, but I turned it on and I just pulled off the block, and we got all the way, not even, I wouldn't say all the way to the freeway, but the freeway was really only 4 blocks away. So as soon as we got on the freeway, or we pulled, like, I pulled to the curb or pulled to the side or whatever, and then we just switched drivers and just spent off. I wish he would have took me back, but because I'm like, so I had to go way to his house just to not go back and pass the cops, y'all. So it was crazy, y'all. So I can understand feeling under pressure with the police. You got to move this car right now, or else you don't know how to drive the stick. So Jeffrey, I've been there, boo. So I ain't gonna fault you for that part. So Jeffrey, y'all, not only does he get the car to work fine, he just spin all the way off, y'all. He don't even go park. I think he was so scared, like, to turn it off. Mind you, he putted and scooted all the way there, or whatever, y'all. So Jeffrey spent off, y'all. So then the police was telling Candace, like, what is he doing? Is he leaving? And Candace like, look, he had a bad day. I don't know why she said he caught his mom with his boy, oh, okay, I get it. She caught her mom. He caught his mom with her boyfriend. Okay, I get it. I don't know why I thought he was trying to say, like, Veronica was sleeping with Landon or something, but whatever, with her boyfriend. So yeah, that is the same day. That's crazy, ain't it? This is like a last season ago. And yeah, clearly this is the same day that Veronica just had sex with Benny earlier, right? Dang, she done had sex and got arrested all in the same day. I mean, I guess that happens. So anyway, y'all, and the cop was getting all fishy, y'all, but Candace got game, y'all. I thought I had game back in the day. The way Candace flirted with him, I was like, dang. I was like, man, should I write this down just in case I ever need this stuff? She was flirting with him, like, how about you call me, and this, and that. I thought her flirting was cool, but he was like, whatever, I'm married, I'm happily married, fall back, bye. So, whatever. So, the cop leaves. She, like, just called me anyway. So, then the wife was going to say, what about the other guy? I was like, ooh, I just want to sock her. If I was Candace, I would have gave her the evil eye. But, you know, Candace know that that's his mama, so I guess she couldn't do nothing. She said some joke about her dying or something like that. I thought that was funny, but I couldn't catch the joke. But whatever it was, I just thought it was funny because she was being a punk about everything. So, whatever. So, that was that, you guys. So Yeah, Jeffrey leave. We don't know where he at. Candace go back in the house. The police leave. The nosy neighbor across the street leave. And she gonna point out she had 4 different male visitors. Like, why was 2 males in her house? Hey, she just moved there. How you know that wasn't the furniture guy? Okay, granted they both came in cars, but I mean, how you know that wasn't her brother or her cousin? Like, I just don't like that lady. So let me keep on going, y'all. So we go back to the hood. Q's sister is running through the hood trying to find her brother. She asking all the homies, have you seen my brother? Have you seen my brother? And they like, nah. And he was like, what y'all got going on? Y'all, the sister was asking the homies, like, what do you guys have going on? And at first he wouldn't tell her or whatever, y'all. And she was like, y'all should tell me what y'all doing. So when the cops come, I don't know what not to say. I was like, that's a good tactic for her to get information. But them little thugs, they dumb, y'all. And that's probably why a lot of the thugs be getting caught, because you're just not supposed to tell the homie sister stuff. And like, it don't matter how much she pressured there, and she's like, oh, if you don't tell me, I'm gonna tell Q you think you running stuff. So what? Girl, tell him. If Q a real thug, he appreciate the homie not telling the business, And the fact that, okay, so then the TV came on. I was like, oh, I like them thugs. They had a little flat screen TV while they was playing dice. I was like, oh, I need to go hang with you. So anyway, so they saw Veronica getting arrested on TV. So the thug homie gonna call whoever supposed to be killing Veronica and was like, hey, oh, girl is arrested, so just stay there until she get back. Mind you, the sister standing right there. I'm like, look, thug homie, you blowing it. You don't got no street smarts. So the sister hear that. So now the sister know that they plan on killing Veronica. And she was like, that's messed up. Or she said something like that. Or whatever. So then, y'all, next thing we know, we back at the Motel Holiday Inn, and Benny come knocking at the door. Y'all, was it just me, or was Benny acting like a stalker boyfriend? I was like, geez, I didn't really like this scene with Benny at all. He was just seeming too thirsty. And I know sometimes as single mothers, we be raising our sons, and we be so close, because sometimes it be just us, but... And, no, I know that there's nothing pedophilish about their relationship, but I was just like, geez. But we know Benny's special, or we think he's special, or I think he's special. So whatever, Benny come knocking and like, open the door, you better open the door, it's me. That's one stalker tendency. And then he gonna sit on the bed and scoot all close, like, you gonna listen to what I gotta say. And I'm just like, dude. So anyway, once again, Benny just said, look, mom, you ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing, this is our only option. Veronica said it's legit. I went down to the courthouse, they said it's legit, so nothing can happen, just come home. Or whatever. And Hannah was just saying, like, oh, I'm not comfortable there. And like I said, all this time I've understood that before, but y'all, Hannah got on my nerves. She was like, I'm not moving in until she tell me where she got that money from. No. If that was me and I didn't do nothing illegal, I still wouldn't tell her, because she acting like that. Like, look, if you want to be broke, fine. As a matter of fact, for Candace, number one, I wouldn't tell her, because I did get the money illegally. But number two, now that she acting like that, I really wouldn't tell her, because if she don't have no place to go, I could get my son back. So Hannah was getting on my nerves. She got to tell me everything, and I want the truth, and I got to be there. So you need all those details just to stay in this house. All right, stay your little ass at the Motel 6 with all them roaches then, because not that Motel 6 got roaches, because I stayed at the Motel 6 before too. But I'm just saying, like, you want to act all like that. And I'm like, who's going to tell you all their business like that? If somebody buy you a gift, you either take it or not. Like, if you don't want to take it, don't take it. But somebody buy you something, you're not supposed to say who, what, when, where, why, how. Like, whatever, especially now that you got proof that you would not go to jail. I could understand if the homie roll up and be like, hey, Tamika, I bought you a car. I'd be like, where you get that from? That's one thing. But hey, if you got paperwork and showing me legal stuff, then I'm not about to ask no questions, So Hannah was getting on my nerves or whatever. So she kicked Benny out. Benny said some other thirsty stuff, but whatever. So we back down to the county jail, y'all. So Catherine and Veronica all in there. Catherine like, oh, I ain't never been to prison. And Veronica was like, this is jail, not prison. And she was like, what's the difference? Veronica was like, prison is worse. And Catherine's like, was where Wyatt was. And Veronica was like, yeah. So then Catherine started pondering or whatever, right? So Catherine figures out that Wyatt must have got raped in jail, because when she went to go see Wyatt in jail, he was cool. He sounded remorseful. He like, look, I'm sorry. please forgive me. I won't tell no more. Get me out of jail. And he was really, really sincere, as his mother, Catherine, knew that. Then the next thing you know, when he got out, he was mean, he was angry, he was rude, he was acting worse than when he was on drugs. So it just clicked in Catherine's hand like, oh my gosh, something happened to my son in jail because he acted the same way he acted when he came back from band camp and got raped or whatever. So Catherine figures it out. And at first, Veronica tried to appease her, like, no, I'm sure he was okay. And I was like, that's cold. Like, clearly, I wouldn't snitch on myself. Like, yeah, you're right. I got your son raped. But I was like, Veronica is cold-blooded. She didn't bat an eye. She didn't scratch her braid or nothing. She was just like, oh, no, maybe. And just was, like, real cool about it or whatever. So, whatever, y'all. So, she figured it out. Meanwhile, Jeffrey rolling through the hood in Quincy's car with his bloody hands, y'all. He stopped at a store. Most stores have video cameras. He uses a payphone with his bloody fingers, fingerprints, and video camera. He calls Wyatt. Y'all, Wyatt remind me of Donovan when he was getting his hotline bling on in American Horror Story, y'all. Wyatt had his Tom Cruise risky business tip on, y'all. He running through that mansion in his little tight little drawers, drinking scotch out the bottle. Wyatt is having a ball, but I don't blame him because I would have been doing the same thing. So his phone ring, he was like, what's taking so long? Was it me, or did y'all think that he was waiting on a drug man? That's what I thought. So anyway, Wyatt was like, hey, I'm coming over. No, Jeffrey told Wyatt, hey, I'm coming over. And Jeffrey's like, no, I'm having company. What's wrong with you? You sound drunk. And Jeffrey was like, leave me alone. Something happened. I need to talk. Did y'all catch Wyatt? He was like, oh, you sound different. What's wrong with you? I was like, it take a real friend or a low-key he want to be your boo back to know just over the phone that you don't sound right. So Jeffrey was like, oh, I'm on my way over. And Wyatt was like, okay, you could watch. So when he said that, I was like, okay, maybe it is a girlfriend and not the drug man. And then he made a funny comment like, yeah, I know how you like to watch. Because remember when Wyatt was all asleep and Jeffrey was watching him sleep? I was like, I like Wyatt, but I hate Wyatt. So anyway, y'all, Junk Jeffrey heads over there, y'all. But he all swerving and driving because he drunk. Because remember, Candace made him drink that liquor after he killed the body so he could calm down. So he all swerving, so the police pull him over. It's the same cop who was at Candace's door. I wonder, was he waiting for him? Was he waiting for anybody? So the police stops Jeffrey, and Jeffrey didn't have his license and registration. Okay, I know Jeffrey is not about that life. I understand. But I would just think that with your parents being lawyers and judges, you would know a little bit of police stuff, you know. But I understand. He just killed somebody and he drunk. He not thinking. He could have pulled out his license. You know he has a license. And come on, most registration is somewhere in the car. He could have at least pretended like he was looking for it. Was like, dang, I can't find it. And why he didn't drop the "my dad is David" line? Come on now, Jeffrey. So anyway, the guy was like, you've been drinking, do the drunk test. Jeffrey couldn't do the drunk test, so he just hauled Jeffrey in. And he was like, is that blood on your shirt? I was like, oh no, I hope Jeffrey, nothing happened to Jeffrey. So y'all, Jeffrey in the police car, so we gonna see what happened with that, you guys. So back down to the jail, the DA, Lisa McDowell, goes to Jim and David's cell. Was like, come on, David, let's talk. And David was like, I'm not about to do no plea, so you can fall back. And she was like, let's go. Y'all, they get in the room, and guess what? Lisa McDowell and David used to be boos. Oh, my goodness. No wonder Veronica was like, the waters run deep. That was the name of the last episode. I had forgotten the last review. It was called The Waters Run Deep, and it's because Veronica said, because Catherine was asking Veronica, like, what's up with you and Lisa McDowell? Or whatever. And she was like, oh, yeah, the waters run deep. So now we find out. So I didn't catch it all the way, so if y'all did, let me know. Did Lisa McDowell and David date first and then Veronica took him, or is that just his ex, you know, and just the new wife just hate her? I don't know, whatever. But I didn't like the little part where David was like, no, I'm not snitching. And at first he was like, immunity for me and my wife. And at first she was like, no, just for you, because I can't stand Veronica, and I almost wanted to tell her we dated. But see, that made me think, like, did David cheat with her or something? What does she mean by it made me want to tell her? Tell her what? And Veronica clearly knows something because she's saying the water run deep. So that kind of confused me, but whatever. Long story short, we know something happened between David and who we come to find out name is Jennifer. Because she was like, oh, something. And he was like, Jennifer. And she was like, I miss you, David. And then y'all, she gonna jump on his lap and start kissing him. I didn't like how she was looking all desperate. I understand when her desperate for a crime or desperate for a case, but I don't like seeing like pretty strong black phenomenal woman all desperate for men like that. Especially married man to another black woman. So she all jumped on his lap while he all handcuffed and was all kissing him. And he even told her, he was like, girl, this not you. Don't do this. Fall back. I'm not telling, even if you let me and Veronica go. So she called a guard and he go back to the cell. And Jim was like, what happened? And she was like, she said I was going to be free. And Jim was like, are you still here? I was like, that's Jim's way of saying nigga. If that was me, I would have told, well, hopefully Jim wouldn't have said nigga, but or whatever. So that was that. And David was like, look, I'm tired of you accusing me. Whatever you think about my wife is what you think about your wife, but I've never been like do-load you, so stop thinking I have or whatever. And Jim fake apologized. He was like, ever since my daughter died, I don't know left from right, so I'm sorry. I'll never come at you again. And David asked him, so whatever you have on Veronica, can you please stop it? And Jim lied. Was like, no, I haven't made no calls on Veronica, but can we make a deal? How about you punish her if you won't let me punish her? And David was like, no. I was like, go ahead, David. He was like, that's fair. You're Veronica's husband, so you don't think my punishment would be fair. So how about as my friend, she did something wrong to me. Deep down, she had something done to my son, my child. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of unforgivable, and I agree with that. But how about you punish her? And then it'll be free. And David was like, no, I'm not punishing my wife, and you need to call off what you ever need to call off, and that's the end of it. And Jim was like, I gave you a warning, so if you don't want to agree to it, then oh well. So we don't know what's going to happen, y'all. Is Jim going to let the hit still go or what? But, Wyatt is not dead, so why Jim got to kill her? Why he can't just like get her raped? I mean, I don't want this to happen, but okay, eye for eye, get her raped back or get her beat up back or something. I don't know. So that was that, you guys. And so back at the house, y'all, Candace cleaning up the murder scene. At least she put on some regular clothes, y'all. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm an expert murder cleaner up scene, but she just twiddling around. She bought one little towel. And I don't know, I just think she could pick Quincy up. Not all like that, but I think she could, like, drag him. Remember when Tina Turner dragged Ike Turner? I'm always giving these Tina Turner references. Like when Ike Turner was all passed out in the studio and she just dragged him to the room. Like, I don't know. Can she drag his dead body to the garage? Or maybe she could put a bag over his head, like lift up the top part, put a bag over it, lay it back down, and lift up the bottom part, put a bag under it. I don't know. I just feel like Candace is hood. Candace is thug life. So I just figured she could handle this murder a little bit better. But she not, y'all. And just like I thought, while she all cleaning up, Quincy grabbed her ankle. I was like, oh, man. But I don't care. She could just stick her finger in the stab hole at this point. Quincy shouldn't win her over. But we'll see, you guys. So that was pretty much it, you guys. That was the Have and Have Nots episode 2 of this season. On Wikipedia, it's making it seem like this is a new season. Like this is 4th season. It's saying episode 2 of 4th season, if I believe, versus... Like, I thought it was just a continuation of season 3 after the Christmas break. But, so I think this is technically season 4. So that's it, you guys. So we see the preview, y'all. The cop had Jeffrey in the car on this episode, but the preview showed that he get Jeffrey out the car. He filling him up, y'all. Because remember, Candace revealed that he was gay. And Candace even tried to get with the cop. And mind you, the cop said he was married. And he was just not acting interested, y'all. But this guy sure seemed interested in David. And with his mama acting like that, if he gay for real, I could understand him probably just doing what the mom want, but low-key want a man boo. So that's probably what's that story. The DA make arrangements for a paper to get delivered to Veronica and Catherine's cell of that picture that Maggie leaked of Veronica sleeping with Benny. I'm like, ooh. And then baby Q is sick, you guys. He wake up at the motel all sweaty, and the mama Hannah's like, what's wrong? And she was like, I gotta take my medicine. And that is stupid that nobody told her this boy take medicine. Like, you just picked him up from the hospital, right? Nobody knew he took medicine. So that is crazy. So hopefully everything is okay. And maybe the fact that this baby is sick and he clearly has special needs, maybe that will push Hannah to live in the house after all, you know? So that's it, you guys. So that was my review for the Have and Have Nots. I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. So you know what's up. Give me the thumbs up on this video. Go ahead and check me out on Twitter at TammyB_. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Today is a great day for everything. Bye.